I'm going to do a video on subtracting by renaming. Basically what you're doing here is you have a whole number and then you have a fraction. So what you're doing here as you're subtracting, you have to make sure that your denominator is the same for the top number and the bottom number. So I'm going to start out with this example right here. And basically, on number 6, you have 9 1/4. And I'm just rewriting it a little bit. On the homework problem, it shows it across, but I like to kind of see it like this. It makes it easier for me to have a number on top and a number at the bottom. So 9 1/4 minus 3 2/3. So the first thing you're going to check is to make sure that your denominator is the same on both numbers. And you can see here you have a 4 and here you have a 3. So the common denominator on both of them is going to be 12 because you're going to multiply 3 over 3. Whoops, now my pen doesn't want to work. Oh, great. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see if I have another pen. All right, so you're going to take 3 over 3, and this is going to be 4 over 4, okay? So this little dot is a little multiplication sign. So that's going to give me 3 over 12, and if you multiply across here, that's 8 over 12, okay? So now you know, okay, you still can't take 3 minus 8, right? Because this is going to give you 9 3/12 minus 3 8/12. That's your new fraction because your common denominator on both of them are now 12. However, you still cannot subtract 3 from 8. So when you start subtracting by renaming, you have to borrow from the whole number. So I'm going to borrow from this 9, and that's going to become an 8. So now you have to borrow, and how much are you going to be lending over here? You know you're going to be lending the number that's in the denominator, that's how much you're going to be lending on the top because you need a whole number. So because it's a denominator of 12, you have to add 12 right there. So then your new fraction becomes 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's 15 over 12. And so your new fraction is going to be 8 15/12 minus 3 8/12. Okay? So if you take 15 minus 8, that gives me 7/12. And then 8 minus 3, that gives me 5. So you can just check backwards. Sometimes I like to add up 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that checks. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, that checks. So I'm just verifying that number, and that is your answer.